My favorite part was the cat. How you doing? It's me, bearded down. Looks weird as. I just went and saw Lightyear. I've been trying to, like, ever since I walked out of the theater, I've been trying to, like, rack my brain of, like, what do I want to say about this? And I think the word that I keep coming up with is unnecessary. I love the original Toy Story trilogy. I love it so much, and I think Toy Story 3 is one of the perfect capping sequels of the entire story, and in my opinion, you should have never touched it again. You should have never. It was perfect. Toy Story 3 is the perfect ending to that story, and I'm not meaning to do Donald Trump hands. So when they announced that Toy Story 4 was coming, I was annoyed because we didn't need to touch it. It was fine. It was a perfect trilogy. I went and saw Toy Story 4, and it was a nice little epilogue of a story. I know I will get probably raked over the coals for not loving Toy Story 4, but I didn't. It was fine. I didn't hate it. It didn't need to happen, and I think this goes along with that. This did not need to happen. It's not that it's bad, it's a perfectly fine story. This movie is what the toy that we all know and love was based on in 1995. This is the movie that Andy went and saw as a kid. It was a very interesting choice to make this Buzz Lightyear just incredibly unlikable. He almost feels like a robot with his one-track mind, and he doesn't really have any regard for anyone else. That turned me off to him as a character, and he's the lead of the show. Yeah, you get a lot of other fun side presences. Socks the cat is the funniest part of the movie. I think because it is tied, and unfortunately will always have to be tied if you're doing a Buzz Lightyear story to what we already know, that there is an insincerity to a lot of this dialogue, because it's funny when it's a space toy, and now in 2022, when you're expecting people to be human, I just found it to be very jarring, his entire personality. My main issue with this, though, is that it's missing the ingredient that Pixar does so well, and that has, like, heart. It doesn't feel like it has that. It's not, the story's bad, and there's a twist going into the third act that did genuinely surprise me. But other than that, this didn't do anything new. Again, we're doing this nostalgia bait thing where we can't. I would have just rather have seen, rather than anything tied to what we already know, I would have rather just seen a wholly original Pixar space story and not had this. And that bums me out. That bums me out a little bit, but you know what? Do you feel differently? Do you? I would love to hear that. It will be interesting to see how this plays out in terms of, like, Best Animated Feature Oscar race. I don't think this one is it. Having said all that, and this is harsh, and I might change my mind later. You know what? Right now, 2.5 shots. These nostalgia baity movies are just really disappointing me this year, man. But what did you guys feel? Did you guys like it? Comment. Tell me. Message me. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Yeah, that's it, I guess.